As you can see, the market does, in fact, open. It trades down to an order block level here, hits it, rallies up, expands through the previous day's high. It does not get the fair value gap discount low. It does not need to do that. All right, and on the 5-minute chart here, here's the example of what this model is looking for, and it's something you've seen many, many times. It's nothing new. I'm not creating something new. I'm not reinventing the wheel of the ICT. You've seen this before many times, but we have the previous day's high. You can see we swept that, and then it comes back down in to an order block here. We wait for an expansion swing. It creates it. It breaks a swing high up here. So all the structure here is broken to the upside. So we have a shift in market structure. It trades back down into the fair value gap that's created right here. This low is taken out by 1 pipette right there. Guess what that is? That is your institutional order flow entry drill. But the pattern is what? Fair value gap. So you can be a buyer there, run to the previous day's high. So if you're buying here at, we'll just say you got filled at 96.05. Worst case scenario, you got slippage, you were slow. It's just, it is what it is. 96.05 was your fill. Okay. 96.15 is 10 pips. 96.25, guess what that is? That's your 20 pips. And it doesn't even take out the relative equal highs up here. And you can leave a small portion on to see if you can catch a runner. And there you go. So this is like one of those always in your back pocket model where, you know, if you want to do an exercise with yourself, okay, go into a random pair that you don't like to look at, you know, a lot, and during the New York session or during the London session, open it up and do a quick exercise on what you think it's going to do, running out what direction, and then look for this pattern. And I promise you, you will be surprised how easy it is to find this just like that, because you know what you're looking for. What makes this pattern and this whole model here not as sexy is because it doesn't have central bank dealers range and Asian session range and flout, and it doesn't have any standard deviations across the chart, and it doesn't have breakers. It doesn't have all the things that you want to apply to it. It doesn't have COT. It doesn't have seasonal tendency, because you want a PhD at the end of your ICT student name. PhDs are not required to be profitable in the marketplace. All you need to do is have something that works, that really resonates with your personality. And this is one of the stripped down versions of all of them. The only thing that's less than this one is what I showed on YouTube. So the most simplest one is YouTube, and then this one here. Both of them can create a career where you don't need to do anything. You don't need to look at anything else. You don't need to complicate anything. Where's it likely to draw to next? And some of you are like, well, that's the problem. If I could just know what the bias is. I've already taught you bias. The problem is you haven't done the work to practice and get good at it. And guess what? Some of you want bias to be perfectly accurate for yourself every single day. And I'm not that way either. I'm not accurate every single day. I'm requiring things to support the ideas I'm looking for. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. And I know when I'm likely to get it wrong, which is non-farm payroll weeks after Wednesday, New York session. I'm probably going to get it wrong. So if I know when that's likely to occur, guess what I'm doing? I'm sparing myself the grief. I'm going to be focusing on times when I'm feeling more in tune with the marketplace and the market's more likely to give me what I'm looking for, regardless of what model I'm using. So now, because you have all these models in front of you, some of you probably still feel confused. That's normal, because you have to go through the work of going through each one of these models, or one of them, and figure out which one you want to work on. And it may build your expectations about something else that's not specifically taught in one of these models. And you might blend something from another one. And then that becomes your unique model. It's happened already, folks. I got students that have done that. Or a framework from one model, but an entry strategy and logic with another, or maybe two, and blending that together. Because all these concepts of mine, again, are like that jigsaw puzzle where they all connect. And all you need to know is this one little thing like this, where it goes here and it's probably going to go above there. You don't need to know it's going to go up there. Don't be like the yahoos over there on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook who want to make you believe that they knew this high was going to form, or they're always doing 200 to 1 R multiple trades or 50 to 1 R multiple trades, but yet they're still showing examples where they're only trading with 1 micro lot. Does the math support that? No. No. So all you're looking for is these small little surgical strikes with this model. Small little get in and get out, hit and run trading. Okay? That's what I used to call it on America Online. Get in, get your money and run. And let them have all the extra you leave on the table. Who cares? This pattern repeats so many times, you don't need the full move. But you understand how to leave a runner on after taking the bulk of your trade off. So if you took this long here, and you know you're looking for this previous day's high to be taken out, but you also have these relative equal highs, 80% of your trade comes off as soon as it crosses that candle's high. One pipette. Just one pipette above that. You're done. 80% of the trade comes off, bang. You roll your stop to something plus, break even. You don't want to be just at break even. You want to put something in your pocket in case it comes back against you. And let's see what it does. In this event, it goes above this high here. We'll call it 25. It's 10, 20, 30 pips. Well, you know about that, right? 10, 20, 30 pips above an old high or below an old low. There it is. That's where you can take your scaling. 80% comes off here, so that means you got 20%, right? Well, if it runs up 10 pips more, take another partial off. Let the runner go to another objective of 10 or 15 or 20. And then, or trail your stop loss underneath the candles. When they close, squeeze it up there. That's coming out of Alexander Elder's book, Trading for a Living. I did that a lot as a commodity trader, and it always used to come back and knock me out because institutional order flow entry drill that I didn't know about then, and they would take me out. And then it would continuously move up, and I'd be mad I didn't get that last 4 cents in the grain market. I missed $200, and I was mad about that. And sometimes I would get stopped out and go back in, mad because they stopped me out, not realizing that it's about to turn around and go the other direction. So, anyway, I digress. I believe that you have been equipped with, in my opinion, and I'm obviously biased, but I believe I have equipped you with the absolute best in terms of technical understanding. I've given you skills and concepts that will hopefully serve you and your family exceedingly well. Will all of you become millionaires? No. Will you be better than the average person out there trading? I believe yes. But I'm biased. If you've been fumbling around through the content and not really been serious about doing it, just Netflix watching, just putting videos in and watching them and seeing what happens and thinking that's going to do it, hopefully by now you've discovered that that's not what it is. Look around. Everybody that's doing these trades and showing you examples, they're in there working really hard. They're hungry. They want to get it and learn it. And because some of you are acting all bougie, like you're in here, like this is the, there's a place down in Florida called 30A, and we frequent it a lot down here. And these people are very snobbish, like very snooty. And for the life of me, I don't understand why. Why do you think that way about themselves? But I'm walking through there. I probably got more money than all of them. And that's sometimes the attitude that my veteran students have here. Okay? It's like, well, I don't need to do that. But if you're not really doing well in the content, just because you're part of our community, you're really not doing what it is that you should be doing. So what's holding you back? You have to do it. And it might be you don't want to feel like you've done it wrong. So it just feels better to entertain yourself watching videos and keep telling yourself, oh, well, there's something that'll happen. He'll teach something easy and it'll be like a push a button. It'll jump off the page and there it is. That has never happened yet, has it? The closest thing is what I've given on YouTube. That's the closest it's going to get. There's nothing else that can make it any easier than that. Like, that is the limit of ICT, making it simple. I cannot make it any more plainer than that. So if none of these models here have scratched that itch, and the YouTube model hasn't scratched the itch for you, I'm tapped out, folks. Okay? There's nothing else I can do to make it happen for you. You have to put the work behind it. You got to roll your sleeves up and say, you know what? I want to get in here and do it. Because there is no other videos now. You're listening to the last one. This is the last ICT mentorship video. Anything that goes on inside of our mentorship now will be posted in the forum. That'll be posted by me as a chart. There won't be any of that tonight because you have had a number of these videos, these price action model algorithmic videos posted to the forum tonight. So you all have them now, be downloading them, watching them or whatever, or completing the rest of your downloading. I've extended the grace period to Friday at 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, the forum will have only the charter member area in it. There will not be any commentary section threads. There will not be any kind of price action model threads. So you need to download these videos, folks. Okay? And put them where you feel secure in having them. And then we'll continue, obviously, on our journey together in the forum, much like it was on Baby Pips, where we all communicated, typing out things and sharing charts. Trust me, I love that because it's quick, it's easy, it's efficient, and I don't have to do all these videos anymore. And I don't want my life to be all this, okay? I want to teach, I want to enjoy teaching, but I need my time back. And you'll have your time back too. You won't be sitting and listening to these long-winded, droning on messages that you probably don't want to listen to. But for all of you that have come this far, I want to congratulate you. You have endured some of the hardest things to learn. You may not have them underneath your belt yet. You may not be proficient with all of it yet. But you have endured what many people have come into my company and started to learn and for whatever reason tapped out and said, I can't do it. You didn't. That deserves an applaud because it's so easy to tap out because it's not easy learning it. It's not easy encountering those demons that every one of us have. And these charts are mirrors. They're going to reflect back what you have inside. If you're angry, impatient, you're going to see that in these charts, and it's going to manifest in your actions. If you're scared and apprehensive, these charts are going to show that, and it's going to manifest in your traits. If you're grounded, you're not moved by emotion, you don't fear missing anything, and you're not greedy, it's going to manifest itself in your traits. And you're going to be consistently moving in the right direction with that mindset. It's been my goal, and will remain to be my goal, to have all of you get aligned with that latter mindset. However, you have to prune all those bad habits that you know what they are. When you're journaling, you keep the bad, toxic stuff out. When you're in the forum, you don't post anything negative. Not because I want sugary sweet and bubble gums and gumdrops in here, but there's a way of talking about adversity. Being all emotional about it or angry and venting. This is not where you do that. You don't do it in your journal either. Take yourself a drive and talk to yourself. Say, I need this to be handled, but then get it out of your system. But then go back to your journal. And then self-talk. Cheerlead yourself. Go back into the charts and you'll see that it is therapy. Or don't. And stay exactly how you are right now. Because unless you make changes in the order of what you do, in the processes that you do, you're not going to get better at this. Because you have to take action. You have to put effort behind it. And the amount of effort that you think you've already put in, it's probably not even close to what's required for your unique experience. So are you going to quit? You're going to tap out and say, it's too hard. It didn't happen for me. I already went to the charter level, went to the last price action model. He gave us all this stuff, and I don't know how to do it yet. When there's other people already doing it. So the question is why are they able to do it and you're not? They're doing something that you aren't. What is that? Continuously trying to improve. And that's all you need to do. It'll happen for you. You just got to trust the process, and it may take longer than what you originally thought. Exactly how I promised it would be. And so I'll talk to you next time in the forum, not in video. Obviously, you'll probably hear me in YouTube tomorrow night, but in the forum, we will be communicating by way of threads. The thread will be locked down for me only, so that way it won't be cluttered up. But it'll be my post, that way everybody can track what I'm doing on a day-by-day basis. And I think that's going to be it. Until I talk to you next time, be safe.